All right, put your hands together for the CSL Dallas music team. Aren't they great? That's right, and we want to say welcome to all of you joining us. Whether you're online or you're here on the campus, we want to say thank you for coming and visiting with us today. And we want to remind you that every day is a day for transformation, spiritual deepening, and heart connection, no matter what's going on. And every day we learn and practice something important that can make a difference. We love that you're here with us today, and we have some special guests in the house, Melissa and Z. That's right. So put your hands together and help me in welcoming them and the CSL Dallas music team.
Good morning. It is so good to be in Dallas. We're diving in, yeah?
I think we are, yeah.
I think we are.
Hello, everyone at home. Welcome. Hello, everyone here. We're happy to be in Dallas. I woke up, we've been here a couple days. I woke up the other day, I'm like, I'm in Dallas. Like, how'd that happen? Happy to be here. Happy to see our old buddy, Reverend Karen Fry. Woo! And thank you, Petra, too, for having us here. All right? One world, one people, one hope, one life, one voice, one song, one spirit, one light, just one.
One.
Only one.
One.
One choice, one freedom, one truth, one light, one joy, one peace, one power, one life, just one.
One.
Only one.
One.
What you gonna do about the problems of the world? Do you want another view? Then stop. Take your brother by the hand and stop. Tell your sister that you can, cause we'll go a little farther, last a little longer if we help each other out, make each other stronger. Who's gonna do it?
You and me.
Why we gonna do it?
Cause it sets us free.
One world, one people, one hope, one life, one voice, one song, one spirit, one light, just one.
One.
Only one.
One.
One choice, one freedom, one truth, one light, one joy, one peace, one power, one life, just one.
One.
Only one.
One. There is only one. One power, only one. One thing going on. One. We do our part when we live our days surrendering to what we can become. Keep on remembering that there is only one.
You say no way, I won't do it, not today. Maybe when I'm richer or stronger or kinder. Then I'll be a good boy, then I'll be a nice girl. Then I'll help the people with the problems of the whole world. Oops, try again, cause there's another way. When you share a little love, it'll make your day. It'll make you richer and stronger and kinder. Now is the time, it'll blow your mind. One world, one people, one hope, one life, one voice, one song, one spirit, one light, just one.
One.
Only one.
One.
One choice, one freedom, one truth, one light, one joy, one peace, one power, one life, just one.
One.
Only one.
One. There is only one. One power, only one. One thing going on. One. We do our part when we live our days surrendering to what we can become. Keep on remembering that there is only one. There is only
Share your
one.
all with the one, share your bliss with the one, share your colors with the one, cause it's only one, share your dreams with the one, share your energy with the one, share your freedom with the one, cause it's only one, share your gratitude with the one, share your healing with the one, share your eye with the one, cause it's only one, share your joy with the one, share your cool with the one, share your love with the one, only one, share your all with the one, share your bliss with the one, share your colors with the one, cause it's only one, share your dreams with the one, share your energy with the one, share your freedom with the one, only one, share your gratitude with the one, share your healing with the one, share your eye with the one, cause it's only one, joy with the one, cool with the one, love with the one, cause there's only one, share your one with the one, share your one with the one, share your one with the one, cause there's only one. Thank you to this fabulous band.
Good morning, CSL Dallas.
Good morning.
Great to have you here on campus. Great to see you online. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Tinker. I'll be your platform assistant today. And if you didn't get your coffee yet this morning, that should have done the job right there. We are dialed in at CSL Dallas and glad to have you with us. Thank you so much. Let's begin this morning by reading our purpose statement together. While Reverend Karen grabs the clicker so you can see it. We are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, transforming lives. And so it is. Thank you so much. Today we are really excited to have the Reverends Melissa and Z here to share their message. They'll also be offering the Oh My God practice workshop this afternoon. That's here on campus. If you haven't already registered, though there is still time to do that, you can attend in person or online today from 1 to 3. You can visit the link being posted on the chat if you're online, or you can register via some volunteers that will have iPads after service today. Look around in Pankey Hall and they will get you signed up. Thank you to our event volunteers for helping in that way. And also, if you're hungry, you can stay for lunch today after service in Pankey Hall. Joy Village has prepared a taco bar for our community. You can share your feast with each other, have some great fellowship right before the workshop. And this will be delicious. It's only $10 for adults. It's $5 for kids. And proceeds go to benefit Joy Village. So thank you, Joy Village, for making that available. And I hope you're hungry today. Yeah. Come on over and enjoy a taco lunch after the celebration. And starting next week, Dr. Tracy Brown will be teaching Universal Spiritual Principles and Practices. Okay, yeah, that is awesome. It's a great course to begin exploring science of mind. It's also a great course to brush up on science of mind principles for those of you who are already practicing. This can expand your understanding of the spiritual nature of reality. It gives you tools and helps you learn how to apply those tools in everyday living. Like I love to say, this is the Center for Spiritual Living. It's not spiritual Sundays only. It's all week long. So let's do this together. And we're so grateful for Dr. Tracy making that available. You can sign up online to attend this 5-week hybrid course, meaning online or in person, and it's starting on Thursday, March 23rd. So go to csldallas.org to get more information. We also have 2 events starting in April that we want you to know about. Number 1, Qigong is back. So join Michaelin and Rose on Mondays in April. That'll be from 7 to 8 p.m., and it's going to be in the meditation hall here on campus. And this is a moving meditation. Qigong is safe, it's natural, it's an effective way for you to take charge and heal your physical body, boost your immune system, and balance your emotions. Qigong is an exercise. It activates your qi, which is your life force energy. It's also your body's known natural healing power. So join Michaelin and Rose on Mondays, in April from 7 to 8 here on campus. Second thing, meditation and metaphysics is now being offered online. Many of you, yeah, that's great. Many of you have been coming on Wednesdays for meditation each week, and many of you wish you could, and especially our online community, but you have work or school, you have traffic issues trying to get here, or other obligations. Now each Wednesday in April, you can jump online and join Dr. Petra for meditation, mindfulness, and manifestation. This is from 5 to 6 p.m. via Zoom or live stream via YouTube. We all know how powerful the practice of meditation can be. If you don't yet, this is your chance to discover that, and how meaningful it is to connect with others through spiritual discussions. So thanks to technology, we can now meditate together online. Visit our webpage, csldallas.org, for this and lots more great information. If you're new to CSL Dallas today, welcome. We're glad you found us. Whatever path you followed up to now, we're glad that it brought you here. We hope that you'll decide to come back and visit us frequently, and certainly happy that you're here with us in the sanctuary. And if you've discovered us online, we're so glad that you did. Welcome. We love staying in touch with you, and there is a great way that you can stay in touch with us. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, so take care of that social media and get linked up with us. And if you haven't signed up for a weekly newsletter and inspirational texts that are produced here at the center, fill out a Connect card here on campus. They're at the back of the sanctuary. Fill that card out, or on the form in the chat box online. Fill that out. You will stay connected to everything that's happening here at CSL Dallas. All right, that's our business for this morning. Right now, let's take a deep breath, go within with our fabulous music team and a treatment from our practitioner.
Please take this within for a moment. I invite you to go within in this still and quiet place, the place where the Spirit resides. And standing in this place, I remember that there is only one power, one presence, one life. This eternal life, this spirit of life fills all the space. And I am, we are one with the Spirit. And the power and the presence is as in and through us. We are filled with love, joy, and peace. There is a divine pattern at the center of our beings. And in this moment, in this place, I know and I remember there is a knowing that we have guidance within. We are always guided, guarded, and protected. We are individualized expression of the living Spirit. We are the Spirit made manifest. And in this place, in this quiet and still place, I recognize that we are all one. We are the part of the perfect whole. And we are connected to one another by love, by joy, and by peace. This is our truth. This is the truth of our being. And I invite you to join me to affirm by saying, and so it is.
Remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am.
All right, are you all ready to fortify your faith? What do you think? Yeah? I'm not convinced, quite frankly. Are you ready to fortify your faith? Okay. I've got moves for you. All right. So you got to get ready for this. All right. So it's a call and response with words and moves, and it goes like this. We're going to clarify, magnify, and then I say occupy, and you say occupy your faith, not occupy your face, although feel free to do that. Also, just y'all at home, I can see you, so you might want to do this. So let's put those together. So we're going to clarify, magnify, occupy your faith, and then we're going to glorify, testify, fortify your faith. Beautiful. That's part 1 of 15.
We'd love for you to sing the chorus with us that goes, fortify, fortify, fortify your faith, fortify. You can do a little move here. Fortify. Yeah, care from. Fortify your faith. That's it.
Okay, I think that's all. All right, are you ready? Yeah, okay, let's do it. I like to move. Don't be alarmed. No one's been hurt, at least not yet. But we are in Dallas, so anything could happen. I don't know. How about this band, right? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. All right, here we go. When I was a child, a little bitty baby child, I didn't believe in nothing. Faith is for suckers, I told myself. People who are weak, people who need help. But all around me, everyone would say, you gotta believe, you gotta pray. Believing in nothing ain't no way. Here's what you gotta do. Each and every day, you gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, you've got to fortify your faith. Yeah, you've got to fortify your faith. Oh, yeah.
Time went on, and I grew up. I started to question. I said, what's up with my life, the world, the universe, and how things work? Why am I here? Tell me now, what's my worth? I started to notice synchronicities and a power beyond what I could see. Next thing I knew, I heard Spirit say, here's what you gotta do each and every day. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith, and then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
Oh, you've got to fortify your faith. You've got to fortify your faith. You can do
Now I know, now I see that faith is so much bigger than me. It starts in the heart and grows and grows. Where it stops, God only knows. So if you're down, if you're blue, remember the Spirit is bigger than you. Let it hold you, mold you, take you, shape you. And here is all you have to do. You gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith. Oh yeah, you gotta clarify, magnify, occupy your faith. And then you gotta glorify, testify, fortify your faith.
You got to fortify your faith. Oh, you got to fortify your faith. You know you got to believe. Fortify your faith.
Yeah. Right. Okay, we're gonna do another song now.
Change the pace a little.
Yeah, okay.
I have to take a sip.
Okay.
That one is a workout, yeah? Oh, I could hear you. You sound so good.
Okay, should we do another one? All right, let's do it.
I was just a child when Spirit came to me. It said, girl, you have things you are meant to do, so lean on me. Oh, there have been times when I thought I wouldn't make it through. That's when Spirit would turn my head the other way and have me sing to you that if I believe, I can. I know that if I can see it, God has a plan, and I will get to the end of my life and be proud of the race I ran. 'Cause if I believe, I can. Following my dreams, I've often felt alone. But each time I was wandering, thinking I was lost, I would be shown. Yeah. And now I stand here in Dallas. I know I am right where I'm supposed to be. And I will hold to the truth God has given me. Now that I see that if I believe, I can. Yeah.
I couldn't go on, and I tripped and fell. Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, nowhere to go. But where I landed, wait, that's when I heard a voice in me. It filled me up. It said, believe, believe in yourself. What you're here to do, you got no more excuses. When you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here right in front of you to speak, to give you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you if you believe.
Others may say that I am wrong. Ha! What can they know when I know that if I believe?
Oh, I was down, full of pain, misunderstanding, closing in, nowhere to go. But where I landed, wait, that's when I heard a voice in me. It filled me up. It said, believe, believe in yourself. What you're here to do, you got no more excuses. If you follow what's true for you, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here, right in front of you to speak, to give you the word that was given to me. There's nothing to stop you. If you believe, I was raised up. I was made new. Now I'm standing here, right in front of you to give you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you. If you believe, yeah, to give you the word that was given to me. 'Cause nothing can stop you.
I can.
You
Yes, I
believe. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Am I introducing you now?
Sure, you can introduce us.
Or you have another song before you
No,
speak?
no. We're
Okay.
about to chatter for a little bit.
All right, they're going to chatter, y'all, so I'm going to chatter about them for a second. Woo! All right, Reverend Dr. Melissa Felipe and Reverend Z. Egloff are longtime students and teachers of consciousness and transformation. They are both ordained ministers with Centers for Spiritual Living, holding master's degree in consciousness studies. Z also holds a master's in spiritual psychology, and Melissa has an honorary doctorate for her contributions to the field of New Thought music, which they are a lot of contributions. Melissa and Z are founders of Oh My God Life, an online and did you hear that? Oh My God Life. Oh my God. An online and traveling ministry. At their virtual home, they travel around. ohmygodlife.com. I know y'all can remember that. ohmygodlife.com. They offer videos, music, books, classes, and more. They also speak, perform, as we're seeing, and facilitate workshop and retreats worldwide. Okay, that's what I was supposed to read. Now here's what I'm going to say. I had the pleasure, I have the pleasure and honor of going to school with these two. And we are close friends. I'm glad they're in our house to feel the energy and love of CSL Dallas. Yes, they were supposed to come, and then the pandemic happened, so now they're here. And I made sure I adjusted my flights back from Uganda, so I got in last night so I could be with them today. And they are magnificent. I love that they did not let their good get in the way of their great, and they are living the great ministry and life on the road and sprinkling their seeds all over. So we are blessed to have them and be a part of their ministry and show them some CSL Dallas love. So without further ado, I love introducing Melissa and Z.
Karen Fry. We just say it's one word, Karen Fry. Thank you, Karen Fry. I'm saying it, hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Karen Fry? There we go. Her name is not Karen to us, it's Karen Fry. It's one word. All right. Thank you, Karen Fry. All right. So, if I believe I can, right? Right? Well, let's unpack that a little. Okay. So here at Centers for Spiritual Living, we believe, we know that there is one power, one energy in and through all of creation. We also believe and know that we each are that energy, right? If it's in everything, it must be right here, in me, in you, in each and every one of you, right? Okay. Now here's where it gets fun and interesting. That creative power is in each and every one of us, which means we are a creative power, which means we create our lives with our thoughts, with our beliefs, with our consciousness. Yes? Okay. Now, some people, when they first discover all this, they go, ooh, I'm going to manifest some stuff, right? Yeah, my consciousness is creative, yeah. And often it's really fun at first, and things are happening, and then there's something that you really want, and it doesn't happen. And then you say, perhaps, is God broken? Or am I broken, right? Not a good place to be. And when we're in those moments of feeling backed into a corner, of feeling lost, that is when it is time to maximize our creative power. It's when it is time to co-create, consciously co-create with Spirit. So when I say co-create with Spirit, what do I mean? What does that look like? And what happens when we dive more deeply into co-creation with Spirit? Would you like to hear about that today? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. And Melissa is going to get us started. Melissa?
Thank you, love. When we start to plan a talk, one of the things that I like to do is look up the words in the dictionary, all the words in the title of the talk. I look up in the dictionary and I string the definitions together, and I get like a deeper experience for myself of what the talk is supposed to be about before I start writing it. So we were talking about co-creating with the divine, and I went to the dictionary, and I discovered co-creating is not in the dictionary. That's like one of our words. We co-create with, we know what we mean, right? But the dictionary does not. So I had to like regroup, and I looked up collaboration, right? That seems like co-creation, collaboration. So collaboration is defined as the action of working together with someone to produce or create something. Working together with someone, or in this case, something, to create or produce something. That sounds good, right? Okay, so have y'all ever had to collaborate in work or something like that where it wasn't really very fun to collaborate? Yeah, like you're with somebody you don't like, and then you have to work with them and come up with a thing together, and it's just kind of clunky and rough, right? Okay, so what do we do in those situations? Well, if we want it to shift, we cultivate communication. So we talk, and we listen, and we be with the person we're collaborating with, right? Right? Yeah. Okay, so we're suggesting that we all do this very consciously together with the divine. That we cultivate communication so that it's more yummy and juicy fabulousness when we want to collaborate to create something or co-create something. I have a story about this. So when Z and I and Karen Fry were in school together, I was involved in the music at the place where we studied. And I was invited, because of my background in more rock and roll stuff, to be the music director for a concert of a visiting star that was coming into town. Big name, shall remain anonymous for the sake of this talk. They had a personal assistant, as they should, who I dealt with in regards to getting ready. I hired the band, and they sent me things, and we were back and forth. Okay. Every single time I received an email from this person, I was triggered. Every time. They managed to say something in a particular kind of way. You know those emails you get? where it's like, why did that do that to me? I'm not even quite sure, but it certainly did. So one time in particular, I got this email from this person, and I was just, on the wall, triggered, splat, there I was. And I could not, and we're in ministerial school, right? And I tried, and I tried, and I tried. I even consulted with Z, and we could not come up with anything that would be a response that would sound even remotely ministerial, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. So what I do in times like that, when I'm just stuck, we live in Northern California, I go to the beach. I know you all have your places, right? I go to the beach. So the whole time I'm driving out to the beach, about half hour, I'm knowing I'm going to get to the beach, go down to the water, start walking, and say, what do I do with this person's email and what this person? Like, how do I make this shift? Or even just be kind. I get there, I get out of my car, walk down to the water, and I turn and I start walking. And out of my mouth I hear, God, why are you making me go to ministerial school? And I hear a voice. It was like in the movies. Now and then this happens for me, but this is a rare thing. I heard a voice and it said, you have no idea. It stopped me. It literally stopped me in my tracks. Tears sprang to my eyes. And then I heard it again. You have no idea. As I walked that day, I realized there were two ways to take this. One, I literally had no idea. I did not know why I was in ministerial school, but I knew I had been called. That's true for a lot of us who do this path. I knew I had been called. I tried to avoid it, ignore it, everything else, but I was called. The second thing that I heard in that was, you have no idea. Like, it's going to be so good. You don't even know how much fun I'm going to have. Right? So the cool thing is that the rest of school, for me, every time I was frustrated and kind of like, like, I don't want to be here, don't make me, whatever, I would remember, you have no idea. It really just shut me up in a perfect way, allowed me to just do what I had to do. And here we are. And it is certainly true that I had no idea. I had no idea that this is what we would be doing, that we would even be doing it. Okay, so here's why. Because I was being a collaborator of the worst kind, a dictator. Y'all ever have a dictator collaborator? Okay, so this is what, just for those of you who haven't experienced it, what happens is that person tells you how it's going to be, and you're supposed to like get on board and pretend it was your idea too. That's the dictator collaborating. Well, I don't know about you. If you've ever caught yourself doing this, that's what I was doing with Spirit. I came into these rooms, I figured out I can create stuff. So I started dictating what I wanted. But I wasn't leaving room for Spirit to take it even farther. I mean, it did sometimes, but I wasn't like consciously just collaborating the communication and then giving like just the basic finishing feeling and leaving room for Spirit to have fun, because it is not fun to collaborate with a dictator, and I was not letting Spirit have any fun with me. That changed it. So we have 3 hacks for you, actually, that will help to escalate, if you will, this experience for yourselves. One is from our book. This is always my moment with the mic and the, from our book, the Oh My God Life Practice is the workshop we're doing today. So this is our practice, a gratitude-based practice. Anyway, you'll hear about it. So this is the first of 3 hacks. What's your word? We all have one. You say it when something really cool happens. You jump up and down, and from your mouth, it emerges. Your word. Or maybe it's a bunch of words. They could be colorful words. Or 1950s words like, golly gee willikers. Whatever it is, it's a word that encapsulates excitement, joy, and wonder. Y'all know your word? You can think of it. Mine, I realized, is oh my God. Oh my God. Z's too. That's why it's the name of our ministry. Oh my God. Life. That's hack one. Find your word. And when you take that word into meditation to fuel the feeling, so you imagine what it is, the area of life, and then you just bring that word up. It takes you to the emotion that you feel when you're in joy and blown away and happy. It's like a fast track. And then there are two phrases that we like to add to that. One is, this is giving room for spirit to have fun. More amazing than I could ever have imagined. The outcome, this is more amazing than I could have even imagined. And our third hack, it is even the next level, letting spirit really take it somewhere else. This is beyond my wildest dreams. Yeah? Okay. For more on this, I give you Reverend Z.
Thank you, Melissa. Alrighty. So, over 15 years ago, I think it was now, I went to hear a talk at the Center for Spiritual Living in Santa Rosa. And the speaker that night was this singer person. Maybe you've heard of her, Melissa Felipe. I never had met her or heard of her before. That night, Wednesday night service, she gave a talk that was an earlier version of what she just shared with you. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to the talk and I'm thinking, oh my God. At that point in my life, I was a good little manifester, good metaphysician. I'd been doing this work and manifesting all kinds of stuff, except in one area, right? When I talked about at the beginning, the places were stuck. So the area for me was the area of relationships, especially like romantic relationships. Ever since I first embarked on the wild and wacky road of relationships, I had a few speed bumps. The first one was the whole queer, gay, not straight thing. I was raised in Ohio in the 60s and 70s. I was taught sex ed by my gym teacher, who didn't really have much to say. So figuring out that part of myself took a while. It helped when I moved to California. Then it was like, oh, that box, gay, check. Okay. The next one, little speed bump, was my gender identity and expression. The word I use to describe myself now is gender rich. Whole lot of gender going on. Also, not mentioned at all by my gym teacher, anything about any of that. Also helped to move to California. Okay, another box check. Gender rich, yeah. Okay, the third speed bump for me, though, in terms of relationships was, and I'm going to say this, some of you maybe will understand, I had a tendency to be attracted to unavailable people. Oh, right? Yeah, see, some of you know what I'm talking about. I hear the ooh. Okay, for the rest of you who have no idea what the rest of us have suffered through, it goes like this. So, if someone really liked me, I wanted nothing to do with them. And if someone didn't care if I was dead or alive, I found them very, very attractive. Yeah. And needless to say, this wasn't really working for me. So when I'm sitting there that night listening to this Melissa Felipe person talk about not dictating and going beyond what my view is, I was like, oh, this is exactly what I needed to hear. I need to bring this into my prayer for relationships. I need to bring this idea of co-creation. Let Spirit have some fun with me, right? You might wonder what I thought of the Melissa Felipe person up there on stage. Like, did I know that's my future wife? No, I did not. I had no idea. I was very excited, though, about what she shared. So I went up to her after the talk, and she doesn't remember me. She vaguely remembers this excitable, gender-rich person, vaguely, who came up afterwards. Whatever. I was very excited. I knew this was going to be, in that time, when like this is what I needed to hear and I'm going to do this and it's going to change everything. I knew that. So I go and I incorporate these phrases in step 3 of my 5-step treatment. And I'm working it, and things started to happen. Sometimes when you first do your prayer, sometimes what you don't want, you get to work kinks out and stuff like that. Yeah. So I started things, there was movement, and something interesting was happening. When I'm working my prayer, beyond what I could imagine, beyond my wildest dreams, I kept seeing a very specific image in my head of a woman with short blonde hair. Now, I don't want to be a dictator, right? I don't want to be dictating, but I was pretty sure it wasn't dictating. I was pretty sure I was psychic. So I was seeing what was coming. That's what it was. I was pretty sure. So I'm working my prayer. About a year after I first saw the Melissa Felipe person, I go to a spiritual retreat, and who should be the music director but Melissa Felipe? And this time, she wanted to talk to me because I just had my first novel published. A mutual friend said, you should go talk to Z. So she came up, she's talking to me, and we both noticed that we really liked talking to each other, right? Like there was a lot of energy there. So much so that when other people wanted to join the conversation, we were like, no. But it's a spiritual retreat, so you're supposed to be all like, namaste, right? We were like, nomaste, like, go away, but we can't say that. Yeah, so that was, kind of clue number 1. A couple months after the retreat, I go to Melissa for a piano lesson. I'm trained classical piano, and I wanted to learn to play under the prayer. I go to a lesson with Melissa. Our first lesson, we talked for 4.5 hours. Again, should have been a clue, was not a clue. At the time, she thought she was straight, and I was waiting for the woman with short blonde hair, right? Yeah, I knew it was happening. About 2.5 months in, we both woke up like, oh. Now, it was answered prayer. We had both been praying for a relationship beyond what we could imagine, right? Outside of what we were expecting. And that's what happened. And so here we are, 14 years later. We're married. We have this amazing life, and indeed it has been beyond what we could imagine because all kinds of other things have happened that were not our idea. Like, it's really cool when you let Spirit have some fun because I've manifested some cool stuff in my life, but the best things in my life have not been my idea, have not been my conception. They've been from something bigger. So letting Spirit have some fun, wow, right? It's been amazing. Now, you might be saying, but Z, you gender-rich nerd, you. What about the woman with short blonde hair? What was that about, right? Okay, here's the thing. I think Spirit did plant that vision in my head, and here's why. You know the whole unavailable thing? I was the one who was unavailable, right? And so because I had this very specific image of what was going to happen, when I was hanging out with Melissa, I was available for friendship in a way that I would not have been before, right? And it allowed me to be available to that friendship, which then could lead to something more. So here's a question for you. Is there anything in your life that up until now you have been unavailable to? Perhaps the first thing that pops in your head. And are you willing to co-create with Spirit in this area of your life to create something beyond what you can currently imagine? Something beyond your wildest dreams? Yes? Yes? Okay, Melissa's going to do one more thing with you.
So keeping that thing in your mind, I'd like you to close your eyes and take a deep breath.
breathe. Deep, full breaths. Dropping into your chair, dropping into whatever's supporting you. Imagine your word. Bring your word to mind. Have it available, waiting. And if you don't know exactly what it is, and keep in mind, it doesn't have to be all enthusiastic like I am. It can be, wow, whatever that word is. Allow it to be there waiting for you. As you focus your attention around your heart. And now imagining this area of your life as if you're going through your day and thinking about this area of your life, but the prayer has been answered now. Think your word. As you think about what has happened with that area of your life, so I would say, oh my God, oh my God. And then, this is more amazing than I could have imagined. Feel that. Oh my God, or your word, this is more amazing than I could have imagined. It is beyond my wildest dreams. I couldn't even have come up with this. Oh my God. And feeling that and fanning that flame by very quietly saying your phrase out loud. It's okay that we're in a sanctuary. If there are colorful words, this is like off limits time. It doesn't count. Say your phrase. Oh my God. So you're thinking about that area, and oh my God, it's beyond my wildest dreams. It's so good. And repeat after me your phrase when I say, oh my God. Your phrase. Again, oh my God. Your phrase. Oh my God. Oh my God. Open your eyes. You're here on a Sunday morning. The prayer's been answered, and you say it again. Oh my God. And you turn to someone because you have to tell them about it, and you say your phrase. Oh my God. Oh my God. You might even stand up because you can't even sit when you're talking about it. Oh my God. Oh my God. And so it is. Amen.
So it is. And instead of grounding us in prayer now, we're going to ground us in song. And it's, you have one word, which is also going to ground this prayer for you, yes. That's your word. Yes, yes, yes. Feel free to join the whole chorus, but you definitely want to say the yes.
And there are other words, and there is a band, and they are coming.
And they are coming.
So there are other words, and you can sing it right away. We do not care if it sounds like harmony, you know, like if you don't know the melody yet, you can just start in singing. But we're going to do it 2 times, so you can also do it the second time, whatever you want to do.
Oh my God.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Holding pattern. Yeah.
Holding.
How about this band? Y'all
Yeah.
And
these
wonderful
singers, oh my God.
So we travel all around the country with our Oh My God Life ministry, and we play with a lot of different bands, and we sing very rarely with
background singers, yeah.
But it's such a treat to be here with this band and these singers.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and that is what you co-created. All right.
All right, we ready?
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. Yes, 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 yes. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good, and I let it bless me. All of the good that you
Here's your part. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes again. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, yes. Yeah, yes, yes. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good, now let it bless me. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. What do I say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. After Z.
Good.
So much good.
Right on time.
Right on time.
I can take it
I can take it.
'cause it's mine.
'Cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it,
Spirit's gonna give it.
and I'm gonna get it.
And I'm gonna get it.
'Cause I align
'Cause I align
with the divine.
the divine.
Yes, I align
I align
with the divine.
the divine. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Help us out. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes, 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 yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, I say yes.
Thank you, Melissa and Z. What a great morning at CSL Dallas. So glad to have you here. Let us ask our greeters to please come forward with our offering baskets. This is the time in our celebration when we show our support. We show our support for one another. Those of us that are pledgers and tithers are committed to our campaign to sustain CSL Dallas. Thank you so much for your generous gifts and for your commitment. Those of you visiting, those of you that are wanting to support CSL Dallas, there are many, many ways to do that. And one of them is by starting with our abundance affirmation. So let's all get in the mindset by saying this together. As I attune my consciousness to divine abundance, I automatically have a deeper experience, a higher realization, and greater good in my life. As I know this is true for me, I know this is true for CSL Dallas, our community, and the world. And so it is. Thank you, greeters. There are, as I said, many ways to give. You can text give, Venmo, PayPal. You can see all these if you're online. Look in the chat box there. There's auto tithing here at CSL Dallas. And, of course, we're passing around the basket. So if you're in sanctuary with us, please do make that generous gift, whichever option works best for you. Some of us here are probably looking for ways to apply the science of mind principles while being of greater service to CSL Dallas. In fact, this is the container where we have the opportunity to stretch, grow, and learn to be of service and apply our spiritual principles. You can explore how you can get engaged through one of the many transformational opportunities here in our Spring into Action Fair of Opportunities. That's going to be next Sunday, the 26th. Plan to attend our Spring Fair. This will be a fun one-stop shopping experience where you can meet representatives from the various teams that we have here at CSL Dallas. There's Sacred Service, Joy Village, Circles, Sanghas, home study groups. There are so many more. We can't list them all here, but you can find out about them at the Fair of Opportunity. If you're attending in person, there will be a delicious spread of snacks available. And if you're joining online, our communication and admin manager, Lauren McGregor, is excited to meet with you and review all the opportunities that are available. So please register to receive the Zoom link if you're going to do that online. Otherwise, next Sunday after celebration, wander over to Pankey Hall and join us for this fabulous fair. Now, Reverend Karen just returned from Uganda. Who wants to hear her come up and say a few words? Let's bring up Reverend Karen.
All right, I think before I say something, we're going to show a video.
Look at all these kids. Look at these beautiful children. Ready for a great education here in the mountains of Bwindi.
It started with Finney asking me to sponsor 6. See the uniforms? We paid for those uniforms. Now there's 19 that have been sponsored. They wouldn't have been able to stay in school. There are 200. So we can do this. We can do it together. Through CSL Dallas, it's a tax-deductible donation. We promise every dollar comes here, put to great use to build up the school and to feed the kids and to give them uniforms, because it's important. So we brought some clothes and shoes and school supplies, and they're going to stop singing and we're going to eat lunch together. I'm so grateful I didn't let my good get in the way of my great. I had no idea. I went to Uganda to see the mountain gorillas in Bwindi Impenetrable Forest. And on the second day of trekking, they took me deep into the forest to a place that hardly anybody ever shows up. My guide grew up in Bwindi. He's taken trekkers from all over the world for over 10 years to Bwindi, and he's never been to this part of the forest. It's called the Murushasha community. And Spirit had a plan that I was to show up there that day. And while I was trekking, he walked around and found this little bitty school in the worst condition that he had ever seen. And he asked me to sponsor 6 children for $10 a month. I came back here last year. I asked you to contribute both to sponsor children and to give money. And because of that, Grace, the manager of the school, had to take that school back to her own property because they wouldn't let her improve the property that she was renting, because money changes people, but it doesn't change Grace in this community. So I got to go back a year later. And when I was there were 40 children in that school. But because we've sponsored 19, in really the poorest community that I've seen in that forest, in a third world country, so it ain't great to begin with. Though they're happy and joy-filled and got lots of love, they're now 200 showing up because they want to have a chance to get sponsored. So because you've given money over the past year, they built a building. They've built 2 latrines, literally holes in the ground to use the bathroom. And now they have to get certified. I met with all the teachers, the school manager, the parents. Many of them showed up. I have videos, more than this one that I just showed. Of these 200 beautiful children, we fed them for $170. That's less than $1 a child. And they each brought a bowl from their home so they could eat. And many of them had not had a good meal like that probably in a long time. So now I'm even more determined because I know you are ready to be involved in this project, because it's directly going to impact the lives of so many people in Bwindi, in Uganda. We are making a difference all over this planet. And so my goal is we need to add more funds to the general fund, because they have to do certain things to get a certificate to keep the school open on this couple's property that has a large vision. If we do not support this, I promise you this school will close. And all the children you just saw will have to walk over 12 kilometers in the mountain. So let me put that into perspective. To go to school, they'd have to walk over 3 hours one way. These children get to go to school because this couple has said yes. The teachers have said yes. These teachers are barely paid. We're going to change that too. And we're going to sponsor all 200 children. That means for $120 for 1 year, that's $10 a month, they'll get a meal every day. They're in school. They'll get a uniform. So they have good clothes to wear. And through the general fund, we'll expand and give them more buildings and more things and more education. I know we can do this together. Both the people in CSL Dallas and people that are connected all over this country, they were blown away. They have never seen anyone first show up, much less show up twice. And these children, I have a video, they surrounded me and mobbed me because they wanted to touch my white skin because they had never seen it before. And they wanted to see, does this skin feel like their skin? And some of the little ones were so afraid of me because they had never seen the skin before. And let me tell you, the parents were so blown away that people from another country could care about them to this extent and their children. And most of these children in this little community school don't have both parents, and many only have one or none. So I'm asking you, I'm going to put it all over my Facebook feed and all over the places I can. Spirit Tours, the company now that Petra and I own, this is the #1 project to give back our profits to. And I know we can do this together, and anybody wanting to go to Uganda with me next year, because we're going, you get to go back and see these kids too. And I want to thank the people that have given $1 to 100 to 1,000 so far. We're going to shower these people with so much boundless love, it's going to change the world. I say yes. So I know I took longer than I was supposed to. I'll get fussed at later, but it's okay. Never in my wildest dreams could I thought that I could be a through point to make a difference like this somewhere on the planet. But we're doing it. And we always knew that CSL Dallas would impact Dallas, which would impact the United States, which would impact this world. And by God, for sure, every little bit counts, and we are creating a world that works for all. And we're doing it in this Murashasha community and windy, impenetrable forest in Uganda. And it's a shot heard round the world. So thank you for being a part of this. We're going to grow it. And a few years from now, we're going to sit back and go, oh my God, in our wildest dreams, we never knew that we could touch so many children's lives in a way such as this. Thank you for being a part of it, because it's very special.
Thank you, Karen. That is really, that's so cool. That's inspiring. I saw some of your stuff on Facebook. I encourage those of you who haven't seen it on Facebook, check out some of the videos and photos, because it's pretty amazing. All right. We are doing a workshop today. So we have a practice that we have developed. It's a 3-part gratitude practice. We call it the Oh My God practice. You got a taste of one of the parts today. But there's 3 parts, and we're going to teach you all of them. You get to practice. We have fun. Might be surprised to hear that. And this practice has changed our lives in every area. It's really amazing. We love going around and teaching it and sharing with people. It's really fun for us to do that. So, yeah. It's at 1 o'clock, and if you're hungry, though, there's going to be food today provided by the teens, as they said, so you can stay, get some great food, and then come to the workshop. It's going to be from 1 to 3. Yeah, that's like that. And then the other thing is we have our Oh My God Life mini mall, we call it. It's a little table in there, and the proceeds of the our little mini mall help support our ministry and what we're doing in the world. We have all kinds of stuff. We have fridge magnets and $5 t-shirts and books and more. So that's cool, but really the most important part.
Well, if you liked us, if you didn't like us, you don't have to tell us. That's all right. But if you enjoyed us
You
today,
really don't have to tell us,
No.
because we've been told.
Yeah, we don't need to hear it.
We
That's
don't need
all
to hear
right.
it, yeah.
We've heard it all. But if you did enjoy us, we have a mailing list that is free, and you can sign up at our table. And what you receive if you get on our mailing list is 2 free videos every month. There's prayers, affirmations, songs, guided meditations. There's 4 different types we cycle through 2 a month. They just come to your inbox. And then we each have a blog and stuff like that. But the best thing, I think, my favorite thing, every year before the beginning of the year, we write a new birthday song, and we record it, and we make a video that ends up in your inbox on the morning of your birthday, so that we get to sing you happy birthday on your birthday if you're one of our pals on our list. So that's the mailing list. That's our favorite thing. So that, if nothing else.
And thank you again for having us here today.
Yes.
We had a blast. Oh my God. Thank you again to the musicians. Incredible. Thank you.
So visit Melissa and Z's table across the breezeway. Reverend Karen just left to man her table. So go and make your gifts, sign up, join the workshop, and right now, let's sing this celebration out with the CSL Dallas music team.